Hi guys, welcome to the Java class. In today's session, you will learn how to add setters and getter methods in order to implement encapsulation in Java, and you will understand the uses of toString method to display the properties of a class. So let us learn with the help of a programming example how to do it. So here we have a class, we have some private properties that will not be accessible outside the class. Here is a method display details, which is used to display the properties of a class like model and year, and this is a main class. So let us create an object of a class car here. My car, right, is equal new car, right? And let us call the method that is my car dot display. So here let us run this program and you will see the output. So it is showing the car model is null and the year is 0 because we have not initialized the values of the instance variable. So let us add a constructor here to initialize the values of the instance variable of a class R. So in the previous sessions, just adding, we were adding the constructor manually, but in this session, I will show you how can you add the different type of constructor using the Eclipse IDE. So let us go to the source here and you can see there is a label generate constructor using field. So here we have, you can see it is showing all the fields like model and the year. So if you would like to create the parameterized constructor by considering both the properties, so you can just select this part, right? Model and year both are checked and you can just click on the generate. So here you can see this parameterized constructor is created. But if you want, means you need only one properties or you don't want any properties. So accordingly, you can select or unselect the properties. So let me just remove it and let me just show you again. If you need to select only one properties, you can go generate constructor using field. And here you can select only one. For example, you need only model. So you can just uncheck year and click on the generate. So this is a constructor that is used to initialize the value of the model here only, right? Clear? So this is the way to add a constructor inside a class. So let me just remove this part and this I will just undo the changes. And this is a constructor that will initialize the values of your instance variable, that is model and the year. Now in the main class, compiler is complaining here, you have to pass some parameters. So I am just passing the parameters like you can pass the the name of the car, that is Honda Civic, and the year you can pass 2008. Now you will save it and you will run it and you can provide, you can see the output here, right? This is Honda, right? This is clear, you can see the output. Okay, clear. So this is the way how to add a constructor using the Eclipse IDE. Now let me show you how to add the setters and getter methods using the Eclipse IDE. So what is setters and getters method, that I have explained already in the previous video. If you have not gone through that video, so please just watch first and just come to this part. So let us just go to the source here, right? And you can see the generate getters and setters methods. So in the similar way, you can see here, if you need to, if you would like to provide the controlled axis for one property, you can select one. If you want to provide the control axis for both the properties, you can select both the properties. And here, whenever you will expand it, that is up to you. You would like to provide get or set both, or get or set for the year both. So based on your requirement, you can select, you can check or uncheck the methods in the properties, right? So right now, just I am just making everything is default. So it will add the get and set property for a model and get and set property for a year. So now you will just little bit come down and you just click on that generate here, right? So here you can see this is the get property for the model, this is the set property for the model, this is the get property for the year, this is the set property for the year, right? So everything is set now. Okay, so there is no impact on the program. You will run your program and you will just see the output. This is the output, right? So now if I will just remove this function, right? Remove this function means let me just make it comment. So how will you just display the details of your object, right? So just I will remove this part. For example, I will write system dot out dot println, and here I will just display the name, that is object here, right? So I have just comment this function, that is view, that is display detail, and I'm just writing this my car in the print statement. Let's see what will be the output. So the output, it is showing somewhere that is the hash value, right? This is some hexadecimal code. So this is the value or kind of a mapping address of a particular object. But you know, your object is carrying the lots of information like your car model name, and it contains the name, that is the year of your car. So how will you display your properties of your class with the help of this object without using the display details method? Then there is a need of an toString method. So toString method came into the picture, right? So how will you just add toString method? So you will just write public toString, right? Public void toString method. You will override here, right? Or inside it simply you can return what value you would like to just. So here the return type will not be a void, the return type will be a string here, right? So you can write return the model you would like to return. So you can write the model, or you would like to return the manufacturing year. So you can write the year, right? So I'm just adding and overriding this toString method. Let's see what is the magic and how it will work, right? So just save your program and just run it. So here we go. You can see the output is showing the object carrying two values, that is the model of a car and the year, that is manufacturing year of a car. So it is displaying both the details, and that is the beauty of toString. So toString is a method that can be called automatically by the object inside the print statement. So implicitly it is calling like my car dot toString method, right? So whenever this will call this my car dot toString, it will call this method and it will display that values, right? So this toString method you have added manually, but how to override this toString method from the Eclipse ID? So let me just show you that part. So I will just remove this. I will go to the source, and here you can see the generate toString method. So here it is asking you would like to just display the value of both the field like model and the year, or you would like to display something else. So just keep it everything default, right? And just click on the part that is generate. So here you can see it will automatically override the toString, and it is just writing the print statement in a very fancy way. So this method is automatically overridden, that can be called by an object automatically. Let us run it and let's see what is the change in the output. So here you can see that your output is displaying in a very, in a very nice way. It is showing this is a car, the model name is the Honda Civic and the year is 2008. So little bit, if you would like to just change this bracket to the curly braces, you can just change it and your output will be looks in a some different way, right? You can see the output is like that. So this is the use of toString method that can be called automatically with the help of an object. So in this session, we have learned how to generate or how to create a constructor from the Eclipse IDE, right? How to generate the setters and getters methods for the properties, and how to override the toString method from the Eclipse IDE and in order to display the data of a particular objects. So I hope you understand these videos and you understand the utilizations of getters, setter methods and the constructors and how to use the toString methods inside a class. So thank you for watching this video. Bye bye for now. In the next session, we will come up with the new interesting concepts of the Java. Thank you. Bye bye. Good night. Take care.